Hey guys, my name is Bryson Sessions and you're listening to the Bed Project Podcast. This show is a little bit different than other shows out there, so if you want an in-depth understanding of what it's about, please listen to episode 292B. It'll give you all the details for the show and what to expect. So that being said, here is today's episode. All right, so this is going to be, all right. So, through the intro already, not even trying to be funny. That's really how I would have started the thing. So whatever. But my idea for today, and I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to push myself to do this. We're going to make it happen today. And here's the whole thought process. So if you've been listening to the show, you know that I have another podcast in the works, but this one's going to be filmed and this one's going to be put on YouTube. And then I'm going to repurpose the content that I make for the podcast and YouTube. So that's 2 right there. For social media. So that's 3. And those are going to be short form clips on my social media platform. So right now I'm just going to focus on Instagram and that's it. And then, excuse me, let's keep that in the show, huh? Really professional. And then as I grow and continue to build more shit, I'll get into different platforms. And that's something that really was a big clarification for me. Or not a clarification. Yeah, I guess so. It brought a lot of clarity. So I watched some reel on Instagram. So there's this guy I recently came across, and all he does a lot more than this, but for what I've seen, he straps a GoPro on his chest, walks around the city, and then just goes and talks to people. Just strikes up a conversation, just is nice, gives compliments, and it's pretty straightforward. Just talks to people. And it's like, dude, he makes it look so easy, just walking up to people saying whatever. And then he had another thing that he was talking about, and he was talking about how people are so focused on step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 when they haven't even done step 1. And I do that all the time. I'm sitting here thinking like, dude, if I make one podcast, then I'm going to have to do this forever because I'm committed and then I'm going to have to write about it. And then and it's like, dude, no. All you have to do right now is record a show and then upload it. That's all you have to do right now. So just focus on that. And I do that all the time, like I gotta record the show, then I gotta message 100 people, and then I gotta reach out to whatever. I gotta make some content, gotta post that, and then I gotta come back over here, and then I have to hit the gym, and then all this shit. Oh, and then I have to make more content, and then I have to hop on a sales call. But what if they don't buy? Do I follow up with them? And then after that, then what happens? I do that all the time. So it was a great reminder for me to just focus on step 1. And step 1 for me right now, make some content. Because that's kind of what's required for me to start messaging people. If I'm just a no-name account, faceless, no posts, no followers, no anything, nobody will reply to me. Not a single person will. So that's fine. We're going to have to make some content and get that going. And yeah, so that's what I'm focusing on now. And the whole reason why I brought that up, which was for the whole steps and how I should focus on one thing, was just a great reminder for me to I don't have everything figured out, and I probably won't for a long time. But the only way that I even get the chance to figure everything out is to take step 1 today and push myself. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be 100% right on, man. 100% straight up. Taking a week off of everything after Live Hard wasn't a good idea. No, it was a very bad idea, actually. Not that I'm going all the way back and I lost all my progress, but tell you what, dude. Going from strict as I possibly can be to absolutely nothing and pretty much partying, right? For kind of a full week for my buddy's wedding and then going out to dinner and stuff like that wasn't a good idea. And I say that because there's a lot of friction between me and getting shit done right now. I mean, yesterday was not a good day. And it's scary as fuck to even feel that way because it's just fucking horrifying. So I'm forcing myself to do this. And I'm actually going to tie in the fact that I'm just starting this into the lesson of the whole podcast itself, which is just start. So I don't have all the answers figured out. I'm going to dive into that in just a second. But what was I talking about before I started this? Or fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So what I'm going to do is this podcast, now that we're almost 5 minutes in, I'm going to just live record me coming up with the first episode for the other podcast, which I don't even really know. That might be called Your New Norm. And that might be, I don't know, man. But anyway, I'm gonna live record myself right now. So this might be a boring episode because I'm not gonna edit anything, and it might literally be me typing and just thinking out loud. But that's the kind of shit I want to document on the show. Again, this is not for entertainment. It's not supposed to be professional or organized or whatever. It's just meant to document. And yeah, it would be cooler if there was video tied to this. Maybe we'll get into that later. But for right now, audio is the lowest cost of entry for me because I just click record, I talk, I upload it, and I'm done. With video, I can just record myself, and then I don't know, it's just a little bit different. You know, there's small things that play into effect, and I don't want to have to worry about this. Straight up, I don't want the responsibility of doing that and the more time required to make other things happen. So today's episode is going to be me just outlining topic or episode number 1 for the other show. That's it. That's literally what's going to be the show. So I'm going to start right now. So we're going to open up a new document on Google Docs. And we're going to go to, let's see, new file. Yeah, this is the show, guys. If you want to hang out and listen to me do this, then go ahead. If not, then I'll see you tomorrow. Peace. But here we go. So episode 1. Oh, I think I actually wrote about this. Yeah, I actually do have an intro kind of set up. Let's see. So what I wrote here was introduction. What's up? My name is Bryson. This is my second podcast. First one I have is documentation. I don't even know if I want to share that in this show. I don't want cross-contamination of interests here. I don't know. It's called Just Start. That's my goal with the show. Provides. Here we go. 75 hard changed my life. Goals to help everyone I can. That's right. So I'm going to actually, so I already have a little bit of a rough draft because that was one of the things I worked on as part of working on my business. So, oops. God damn it. Also, fun fact. Did you guys know that if you copy text on your MacBook, you can paste it on your iPhone? Unbelievable. That's insane to me. I didn't know you could do that. So the first rough draft that I have, which I'm going to change live here on the show, is #1-intro. It's literally what I wrote. Big bold letters. Below that, small letters. Introduction. Sup, my name is Bryson. This is my second podcast. First one I have is documentation. First episode of that is called Just Start. That's my goal with this show. Going to improve as we go. 75 hard changed my life. Discipline, doing hard shit, commitment, keeping word to self. My goal is to help everyone else reach that level for themselves to see what it's like. Talk about my life beforehand and how it is now. Talk about fitness, how it's changed my life. Segue into fitness show, all-time PRs, goals, fitness coaching, etc. Tie this all back together with my goal to make this show about being better both physically and mentally, pursuing personal excellence on all fronts and forcing yourself to level up. Talk about the show schedule and content to expect. 1 to 2 a week on Fridays, which is arbitrary. I just wrote a day down. Fitness, nutrition, mindset, discipline, betterment of self, programs, etc. Splice up short clips for IG. Free gifts with each show. I want to genuinely help people. Goal is to improve and make content. Follow on Instagram, subscribe to YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, share. Outro. Thanks. That's literally what I wrote for episode 1. So I like that. We're gonna change this up a little bit. So intro. I don't have an intro. I'm not even gonna So that's what I was gonna talk about. Part of why I want to record episode 1 of the other podcast, film it, and do everything now, even though I'm not ready, even though I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, is to showcase one of the most important key points, key aspects of everything that you do in life. And I've learned this multiple times, actually. So technically, I guess I haven't, because you can only learn one thing once. If you don't, then I think the definition is dumb. You can't retain the information, so the same information is presenting itself, but I'm not learning. So I guess I'm dumb. But I guess I finally learned it. So nonetheless, we learned something new. So, and that is conditions will never be perfect. I wrote about this. Hold on. Guys, I write my thoughts down a lot of the time. Conditions will be perfect. Let's see, where is that? All right. Conditions will never be perfect. And even if they are right now, they won't be forever. So start today. There's some influence there from other people that kind of how I was able to get that on paper, I guess. But I believe that wholeheartedly. Conditions will never be perfect, and even if they are now, they won't be forever. And I don't know if anybody else has said those exact words in that exact order, so I'm going to go ahead and take credit for that because that makes me feel like a badass. So me just starting today, filming everything now, and not being all crisp, clear, organized, everything like that, is going to showcase one of the most important aspects of everything that I stand for and believe in, which is you don't have all the answers right now. It's okay. Just dive in head first and you'll learn as you go, as long as you do not quit. If you do quit, I can't help you there. So that's been one of the most important lessons in my life to date, and I learned that in the last year. So pretty cool to think that I did live hard in the last year, and this has been the most important lesson of my life. The most relevant lesson that I've learned in my life, given the context of the conversation here. So, introduction. I'm going to rewrite it, but I'm going to copy, paste, add some more stuff. So, intro. Sup. My name is Bryson. Sessions. This is the podcast. No name yet. LOL. I don't have a game plan for this show. Yeah, that's what so I'm just writing kind of bullet points here that I will look at, remember what I'm talking about, and then use that to talk about something. Because I want to keep it natural. I don't want to be reading from a teleprompter. Why is no name yet? Okay, hold on. We're going to number these. Or bullet point them. And we're going to number them. Hold on, dude. 1, 2. The purpose of this show is to showcase the most important key aspects of what I stand for and believe in. I've learned this in the last year. And then below that, just start. And I'm going to put my quote. I don't know if it's mine. I'll take credit for it, though. Conditions will never be perfect. Even if they are now, they won't be forever. Just start. This goes for fitness, gym, nutrition, self-development, and virtually all areas of life that you desire to advance in. I'm actually that's why I want to start today. Because no better way to start the show than not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, to prove and to have this be the episode that's probably watched the most. I don't know what I'm doing. And you don't have to know what you're doing either. You just have to be willing to start and learn. What did I just say? I got to write that down. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing, lots of typos, to start. And what did I just say? You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to start and learn from your mistakes. So just to be transparent here, shit ton of typos in there. I put you don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to start and learn from your mistakes. So that's what I wrote. I'm not a great typer. I can type, well, I might be all right, but let's see. Okay, the purpose of this show is to showcase most about what I stand for and believe in. I've learned this in the last year. Who am I and why should you listen to me? You should not listen to anything I have to say. Disclaimer. That's my disclaimer. Don't listen to anything I have to say. Disclaimer. It's a great way to alleviate tension off. Okay. Just a guy who wants... No, I don't want to write that. Do I want to write that? Just a guy who... Let's see. Just a guy who wants to be better and be better, fit, financially set, and as close to the best version of myself as I can be. Because pursuing self-development in all areas is exciting. So I'm not talking about fitness at all in this show. What's going on here? So straight up, what I'm thinking now is like, does fitness even tie into the show? How do I tie that in? It's kind of different topics all over the place. See, discouraged right there. Boom. Don't know what the fuck I'm writing about anymore. Who am I? Why you should listen to me? See, I want to get rid of all that. I don't even want that in there. It must be better for. Yeah, we're gonna dive into that. Recently completed full year of Live Hard. The very fact you're listening, nice, is proof that what I've gone through, what I've intentionally put myself through, has yielded this podcast and a whole new set of beliefs. A lot of my limiting beliefs have disappeared. Okay. All right. So just a guy who wants to be better fit, but wants to be better fit, financially set, and as close to the best version of myself as I can be. Pursuing self-development in all areas is exciting. Recently completed a full year. A full year Live Hard. The very fact you're listening to, that's a typo, great. Listen to this show is proof that what I've intentionally put myself through has yielded this podcast and a whole new set. Yielded, is that how you use that word? Yielded. Hey Siri, is yielded a word? Yes, yielded is an official word in Scrabble with 12 points. So, Nick, you're fucked. I got yielded. Also, rest in peace, Nick. It's his last day tomorrow at work, and I'm bummed. So, no more rappies. All right. A lot more. Okay, have disappeared. I've got 11 years of gym and nutrition experience. I am certified. Not one person has ever asked, and that's true. No one has ever asked me before they started a program with me if I'm certified, which is kind of cool to think that perhaps maybe I look a certain way to then give them all the proof that they need that I maybe know what I'm talking about. Because nobody has ever asked if I was certified. Nobody has ever even hinted at, oh, are you certified? Never. And I thought you needed certifications to get started. And from this point alone, it leads me to believe that certifications, if the reason why you want to get them is to seem credible, are a scam. Because nobody's asked me because I've got, let's see, what do I got? I've got 5 certifications mounted behind me. Nobody's asked if I'm certified. Nobody's like, oh, well, what are your credentials? Nobody. And if you want to learn, you want to get certified to learn and to, if that's what you want to do, then cool, do it. But as far as getting clients and stuff, nobody's ever asked me. And if anybody does ask me, you know what I do? I go like this. Oh, dude, hell no. And then they get scared off. If somebody's so concerned if you're certified or not, you probably don't look the part. That's just my 2 cents. Sounds arrogant to say in a backhanded way, but whatever. Spent a lot of money to get these certifications, so I'm not dogging it, but definitely could have used that money for other education that could better serve me. So there's no ROI on that shit. You know how to get people results with or without certifications? You can sell a product, or you can sell a program. So you can get people results with the program, I should say. Competed in Utah Cup 2017, won first in teens. Been coached by 2 IFBB pros. That's true. I've been coached by Arya Safai, I've been coached by Sadiq Hadzovic. I've been coached by Bronson Butler in Salt Lake. Who else have I been coached by? That's it. Sadiq. So I want to talk about my PRs in gym. Let's see. 455 times 4 dead. 365 times 2 squat. 290. 290, is that what it was? 285, I think it was. Bench. Personal stats. 6 foot when I'm 182 as of today, something like that. Highest 210. I think it was 209. I don't think I broke 210. I think 210 actually on the dot. Lowest weight is when I first started. I was like 165. I actually have it in MyFitnessPal. I never updated it. 11 years later, I've never touched my weight after let's see. So progress. Sunday. Where's my weight? Progress. Nutrition, meal steps. Where? Steps. Weight. Let's see, weight. So we go all the way down. 165 pounds on January 11th, 2015. Yeah, so 165 pounds. Hell yeah. Lowest is 165 poundies. Also, if you like these kind of episodes, there's probably going to be a lot more of them because this is what I'm talking about. I want to document this kind of shit. So if you like how this is so far, then cool. Maybe this is some nice shit to put in the background while you're also working on stuff. Just have some voice playing in the background. Don't know. Don't mean for this to be so long, but that's what the whole show's about. So could be 30 seconds, could be 5 hours. All right. Natural. Been a coach before, but had a shitty... Do I want to talk about that? So what am I missing here? I feel like I'm getting off topic here. So, what's up? My name is Bryson. This is the podcast No Name. Purpose of this is sort of just start. Conditions will never be perfect. Even if they are now, they won't be forever. Just start. This goes for fitness, gym, nutrition, self-development, and virtually all areas of life that you desire to advance in. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this. Let's see. Just going to whatever. Yeah, we're going to interject something here. Almost 1 year ago today, about 54 weeks ago, I was sad as shit, discouraged, had no drive, no goals, and no vision for my future. All I did was play Minecraft, RuneScape, and COD, and I was actually getting into drinking alcohol. Is the right word conventionally? Is that what I'm thinking of? What does that word mean, conventionally? Doesn't that mean about kind of normally? In a way that is based on what is traditionally done or believed. Yeah, conventionally. Man, there's some shit I actually want to share on this show, but it is such a heavy one, especially coming from my family, that I don't know how it would be taken. And I've only talked about it on this show once. Maybe today's the day I dropped the bomb. I don't know. Hold on. Okay. Pursuing something. Okay. I stopped hitting the gym consistently. My life was a shit show. I found 75 hard and the live hard, and it changed my life forever. Yep, already have that on there. Just 75 days is all it took. After phase 1, it cemented my good habits even more than 2 and 3, which was so brutal but so rewarding. And I'm writing a lot right now. I know I am. But these are my notes for the show, and also kind of to prove that me writing these notes is only taking about 20 minutes or so. So 20 minutes to write the notes for the show of something that I've never done before. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I have no idea how long it's going to take for me to talk about all this stuff. So how I fixed my life was just starting putting my excuses and feelings to the side and just executing on the program. This proved to me that I can do hard shit. I can do hard shit consistently, and I can do hard shit even when I would rather eat a giant sack of shit, poop, cow pie, cow dump. No, I'd rather eat nails. This has been the biggest game changer for me and my life. It all boils down to pushing yourself to work and get things done. The self-fulfillment I feel every night is incomparable to anything else I've experienced. And it is my mission to get as many people on this side, this is all caps by the way, life as I can. This truly is the secret to a happy life. All right, and then I talk about phase 1, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's see here. Don't know really what I'm doing here. Then I added, recently completed the full year. Yeah, the very fact you're listening, that's what I was going to. So the very fact that you're listening to this show is proof that what I've intentionally put myself through has yielded this podcast and a whole new set of beliefs. A lot of my limiting beliefs have disappeared. I can talk to strangers. I can compliment anyone. I can stick to a plan. I can see. So I do this thing a lot where I'm like, oh yeah, we'll have a whole list of things, and I name 3 things, and I'm like, oh, I guess I don't know anything. A lot of my limiting beliefs have disappeared. I can talk to strangers. I can compliment anyone. I can stick to a plan. I can hit the gym. I can eat right. I can prioritize sleep. I can drink a gallon of water. And I can do all of this work. I got to put the 3 jobs thing more in there, dude. Not to flex, but to just show everybody else. So I came across this thing and it was like, Alex Ramosi said it. Who would have guessed? He said, if you want to be disliked by your friends, do better than them. If you want to be hated, leave no excuses. Leave them no excuse. And that's something I want to do to the best of my ability, you know. If I can do everything that I'm doing, working 3 jobs, that's one less excuse somebody else has. Now, I always play this out in my head, but it's always going to be some fat fucking person that's like, oh, well, you don't have 2 kids and you don't go to school. And okay, bro, then don't listen to my shit. This doesn't apply to you. You're the special snowflake. You're the exception. So nothing will ever work out for you. Good luck. Next question. 3 jobs. Let's see. I got to talk more about that. So, maybe we'll put that at the very end. And also, did all of this while working 3 jobs. Okay, talking about, let's see. I don't really know what else to talk. So what is this? So segue into what this show is going to be about. Maybe that should be first. Should that be first? So intro. Of this specific episode, not show. Okay, let's see. So I want to put what the show is going to be about. I'm going to write it down here. So just to paint a picture in your head. So I've got intro, then I've got 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, C, D, 4, A, B, 5, A, and then we have another point, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 6, and we've got some more points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 5, then 1, 2, and 6, 7. Then we've got 7, and then we've got A, and these are all bullet points, and it kind of did it out of order, but hey man, it's my show. I do what the fuck I want here. So this show is a mashup of personal development, fitness, and pursuing personal excellence, like Andy Frisella talks about. Should I put him in there? I'm going to leave him out because I don't feel like somebody who says 2 words kind of claims those words as their thing necessarily. But personal excellence, that's been a thing forever. He says it's the ultimate rebellion, and I agree, but I'm not trying to jump into that side of things, I guess, right now. Pursuing personal excellence in all that we do. This show is directed at the men of this world, but women can listen and extract the details as well. This is because I think there's an issue with men in today's world. I've been a part of this issue myself for a long time. Passive, weak, no backbone, no desire, no goals, no capability for leadership, nothing. It's my goal, even now, to improve and become better and better daily, as cliche as it is. Not sexist, just... Gee, man, I don't know what I can say. I was about to make a joke, but I don't know what I can say and not get canceled. It's funny. I'm talking about the issue with men today, being so passive, weak, no backbone, whatever. And here I am like, I can't say that. Somebody might get offended. However, that wasn't a joke that would offend somebody. That would actually, people would take what I'm about to say and run with it and be like, oh, he's this kind of person, and he's this ist, and he's that ist. But whatever. Yeah, it's cliche it is. Okay, so segue into what the show is going to be about. The show is mashup personal development, fitness, pursuing personal excellence, and all that we do. show is directed at men of this world, but women can listen and extract the details as well. This is because I think there's an issue with men in today's world. I've been a part of this issue myself for a long time and still consider. Am working my way out. Being vulnerable. Passive, weak, no backbone, no goals, no capability of leadership, nothing. It's my goal, even now, to improve and become better and better daily, as cliche as it is. Cliche as it is to say. What else do I want to talk about? What can you expect? What can you expect from this show? So, for now, solo shows. Video on YouTube and audio here on these platforms. Uploaded once a week for now. Till I get the swing of things. And that might even change. I might do one episode and realize how simple it is. I might roll with looking 3 a week. Who knows? Take the swing of things. Topics include this. Let's see. Building discipline, taking control of your life, fitness, workouts, programs, nutrition, of development, and philosophical shit. Philosophical. Nice spelling. Philosophical shit that I... Philosophical shit. Okay. No, that's going to stay at the end of the show because no one's going to even care what the show's about unless they know what the fuck I'm about, right? That makes sense to me. Okay. What else can we talk about? Then I'm going to hit the nail on the head again of why I'm recording a show and I'm not ready. And just to reiterate what I said earlier, I said at the start of this show, I am not qualified. Hold on. 45 minutes before recording this, I had no plan or roadmap on what to. So I got to figure out a way to make these things that I'm writing about, the show notes, much shorter to make it faster because I can't afford to take an hour per episode to do this. It needs to be a lot shorter. Holy shit. But I believe in just starting, diving in, and doing your best to figure out as you go. This episode alone is both proof and is proof that I am practicing what I preach. Should I say that? 45 minutes before recording this, I had no plan or roadmap on what to say for this episode. But I believe in just starting, diving in, and doing our best to figure it out as you go. This episode alone is proof that I am practicing what I preach. It will forever be here as evidence that just starting can yield incredible results, even when you have no idea what you're doing. Okay, I don't know what else to talk about, dude. I'll be honest. Okay, so we'll do a little summary here. So we got intro. What's up? My name is Bryson. No name yet. Purpose of this specific episode is to showcase the most important key aspects of what I stand for, and believe in. Just start. Conditions will never be perfect. You don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to be willing to start and learn from your mistakes. Who am I and why should you listen to me? Almost 1 year ago, blah, blah, blah. This is what happened, yada, yada. I've got 11 years of gym experience, blah, blah, blah. Segue into what the show is talking about now, personal stats, blah, blah, blah. What can you expect from the show? And just to reiterate what I said from the start. So those are the key points there. See, we're going to add into the very start. This is episode 1 of this podcast, but I have over 300 on my other show called The Bed. I don't know if I want to put that in there. Yeah, I'm going to throw it in there because people who, we're going to throw it in there. I have over 300 on my other show called The Bed Project, where I document business, self-development, and I'm going to put that in there. How I just thought about that, because I want to be clear here. So I'm thinking about episode 1 of this going out. People are like, okay, this guy's got a show, whatever. Oh, he's got 300 episodes of another show. Oh shit. So this podcast will definitely have 300. Oh, he's documenting every single thing he's talking about in this show on another show. More proof that he is what he says he is. Yeah, that's how I thought about it. I like that. The Bed Project where document business self-development, which is everything that this show talks about in more of an education and professional way. This show is sharing the golden nuggets that the other show digs up. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, that's actually great. That's a great analogy. Great job, Bryson. Thanks, man. Where'd you learn that? I don't know, my fucking brain. This is literally what I do when I'm writing shit and I'm just working on stuff. Just talk to myself, have a good time. Sounds like a lonely life, but dude, I'm having a good time. I'm happy. I'm more happy doing this now than I was playing Minecraft on a $3,000 gaming PC and not having any responsibility other than going to work and coming home. Genuinely mean that. So this show is sharing the golden nuggets that the other show digs up. The other show is raw and unedited. This one is more polished and organized. Organized. Can I spell, bro? Organized. If you're into that, if you're into listening about the daily documentation of all that, go listen. It will include everything business and every thought I have in the context of pursuing personal excellence. Again, everything this show goes over. I think I'm cool with this. I think I'm cool with this being the show. Because it's going to be recorded. Got a camera looking at me right now. This is pretty scary, dude. Not going to lie. Hey, the worst thing that happens is it absolutely bombs. Recording doesn't... Dude, is the battery even charged? Let's see. We got 40... Dude, am I dumb? Wow. Okay, so I thought it said 40% earlier. Turns out it said 9. And I know I'm far away from the mic, so, I don't know. My bad. We'll do that later. I don't need to change that right now. I think I just wasted a whole battery. I left my camera on. It might die if I'm recording a show so long. I think can't. Shit, dude, I don't know what to do here. How can I tell the battery when I'm recording on my camera? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I think that's it, guys. I think that's all. I think that concludes episode 1 of this show. So I'm literally going to get my camera right here, put a new battery in it, and just go for it, man. That's what we're going to do. In full transparency, I'm going to hit 2,000 downloads today, so that's cool. Got about 50 today from somebody, so thank you, whoever you are. But we got 50, and that put us at 1997 right now. We might even have hit it by now. Let's see. 1997. And I was getting some photos, some video, whatever, so that I could post another thing for 2,000 downloads, because I have a photo on my Instagram right now that has a photoshopped 1,000 downloads achieved on, I think it was May 31st. 1,000 downloads, May 31st, 2024. It's a silhouette of me at my desk, pretty close to where I'm sitting now. Kind of cool. And I achieved that on May 31st. Yeah. So now I'm hitting 2,000, and we're about a month or 2 months later. 75 hard days later. Pretty close, actually. June, July. Yeah, about 67 days. It took me 67 days to get 1,000 downloads. And it took me six months to get the first 1,000. So we cut the time to get 1,000 to 2,000. We cut that into a third. So based off of that, I should get 3,000 by this time next month. I am doubtful, because I had a couple days that were very lucky where somebody listened to 160 shows in one day. And today we got 50. I mean, those days don't happen often. So I guess by the very fact that they have happened twice is they do happen. Okay, whatever. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's the show. I don't know if this is something that anybody listening listened all the way through, or if this is interesting or whatever. But the show's going to be a lot of this shit. I'm trying to document everything. Like, think about if you could listen to a show like this when Joe Rogan is like, who the fuck do I get my first guest on the show? What do I even talk about? I guess I better read his book, and so I can figure out things we have in common, blah, blah, blah. Wouldn't that be so fucking cool? I think it'd be awesome. And if it's not cool, then, whatever. Dedicated my life to doing something nobody gives a fuck about. Hell yeah. Live and learn, baby. All right, that's the show. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace out. If you haven't already, please go check out episode 292B. It explains what the show is about in depth. If you are a new listener and want to know what the hell is going on, why I sound like shit, why it's not organized, why it's not professional, 292B explains it perfectly. So go give that episode a listen if you haven't already. Thank you so much for giving my stuff a try, and I will see you tomorrow for another episode.